Hello and welcome to another episode of Citadel Guard Adventures. This is Beriathan of the Citadel Guard of Gondor. We are back in Cardolan in Andrath, so we are nearing the end of our Before the Shadow playthrough. We still have plenty of stuff to do in here, and there are a few things we have missed that I might want to go back and complete, but I'm not sure on that one yet. So for the time being, we're gonna just grab the stable master in here. All the stable masters in Cardolan are now unlocked. And let's see what other things we have in here. So here we have Melynis Bragreg and Rhiangar. So remember, we got the scroll of Luilloth, and now Rhiangar wants us to bring this to her, to Melynis, so that she can decipher the scroll for us.
Hello there! Rhiangar tells me you have a scroll that you cannot read.
I may indeed be able to help with that. Let's have a look, shall we? I learned how to read the old tongue for my studies. I have been tracing my family history and exploring my lineage. Rhiangar and I met in Bree, and she told me there are hobbits living in Swampfleet who visit her now. I aim to meet some of these hobbits in the hopes that they might be able to fill in some blanks on my family tree. Ah yes, I can read this, but it will take me some time to decipher it. In the meanwhile, there are some in our camp who could use your help. Why not speak with Gerwyn while I work on this? What do you need, Gerwyn?
Well met.
I am Gerwyn, and yes, we could certainly use your help.
Well met, fellow traveler.
I see that you are also not from these lands. We came down the Greenway from Bree, and I should have known our luck had been too good for too long. We were attacked by brigands as we passed through Andrath, and in the hurry to get away from them, we had a wagon wheel crack. We circled up here for repairs, but I am worried the ruffians will follow us or attack others on the road. You seem capable and eager. There's coin in it for you if you deal with them for us. Easy enough. What about you, Cole?
Brigands may have landed us where we are now, but our way south is impeded as well.
There are ruins on either side of the Greenway, and of late they have become infested with the rising dead. If you could put the spirit back to rest, it would aid us immensely in our travels. So you can go to either Dol Ernil or Gond Orchal. I hope there are at least another quest or two that will take us to Gond Orchal. It's one of the places we have not explored at all.
Would you do something for me?
Well met, traveler. When we tried to pass below Dol Ernil, we were attacked on the road by an evil most foul. I must admit that I am terrified and have not slept a moment since that night. I see them when I close my eyes, godmen with their horrifying countenances. Please, send them back to the grave that I may sleep again. And the godmen only in Dol Ernil. Oh my god, no. That doesn't look good.
Greetings, fellow traveler.
I am Hafren, healer for Gerwyn's convoy. When we set off for Cardolan, I knew it was going to be a bit rougher than traveling through Bree, but not quite this rough. We were attacked 2 nights ago by wights and were forced to circle our wagons. We have injured here and I am nearly out of bandages. On the far side of the road lies the southern reaches of the old forest. Beneath its ancient trees lies a deadly foe, but one who spins a thing most priceless. Spider silk works incredibly well as bandage for wounds, did you know? If you're going to brave the old forest, please bring me back any clean spider silk that you might find. Together we can save the lives of my fellow travelers.
Could I speak with you a moment?
One of our scouts came back with reports of great circles of standing stones on the other side of the hill across the road. If you happen to find yourself among them, would you look out for a green-gray lichen that may be growing under surfaces? It has healing powers and it also slowly destroys the stones. Gently scrap it away and bring it back here for a reward. Yeah, that's what I thought. There are plenty of quests in here that wanted us to go to the Barrows. That's why I initially thought better to do all this before advancing the epic, but well, you know how it went. I went exploring on my own and ended up doing the epic first. Now, what worries me? We have not received any vector to Gond Orchal, so basically we'll just need to go there on our own. Not sure if you are supposed to get the vector to that place from somewhere else, because we have missed plenty of quests and even quest chains. And I will, of course, I would like to go back and do them. On one hand, they would provide hopefully more XP. Once again, not enough to get to level 32, but hopefully close enough. But on the other side, well, exploring, finishing deeds, and seeing what else we might have missed. But I'm not sure when exactly will I be doing that. For the moment, we have here Master Goodheart.
Well met.
Oh there, friend, are you heading north? Oh, you may want to reconsider. There are brigands all along the Greenway, and they even squat in the ruins between here and Breland. The Southgard ruins, aye, they are full of brigands, and they only get even more dangerous the further north you go. Who am I? My name is Goodheart, Master Goodheart to my friends, and I hope you will prove to be one of those. You see, I am only a merchant, and if I am to make my way north to Bree, I would have to pass by those ruffians. Well, in my younger days, perhaps I could have done something about those villains, but sadly my sword-singing days are likely behind me. But you are an adventurer. No, do not try to deny it. You have the look of one. If you can defeat some of these Greenway riders, I could see fit to part with some of my coin. I only need you to face the brigands that are here on the road, so no need for you to pass into the Southgard ruins. It's the villains on the road that are the problem. What do you say? Because yes, this is the border with Bree, and technically as soon as you cross into those ruins, you will be in Bree. So the game, of course, wants to prevent you from leaving Cardland. So yeah, for the time being, we don't need to cross there to the ruins, because as you see, well, those enemies are level 16, level 20. There's not a lot of point in even bothering with them. Supply crate? Oh, but that's... yeah, that's not for us. Now, we also need to defeat raiders, bowmen. Let's see if we can find a couple more of those. Like this guy's here. Just one more bowman. Ah, this one here. Convenient. Awesome. That was it.
Greetings, traveler.
Good job, my very capable friend. Those brigand riders must surely be regretting their choice of occupation now, I would say. Here is your reward, as promised. I will continue north just as soon as I am able, but for now, I have a few more preparations to make. Perhaps we will meet again?
Welcome, friend.
My preparations are just about complete, and I am nearly ready to move on, but word has reached my ears of something extraordinary. I have learned of a way by which I might be able to give back to this land something of great value. I am nothing if not charitable, and my generosity knows no bounds. Did I not reward you with more coins than you deserved for the work you did for me earlier? I mean, after all, you would have faced down those brigands even without a reward, would you not? But I sweetened the deal with some coin, and in that way everyone wins. It seems the leader of the raiders on the Greenway is a man named Malgon Redclaw, and he is a very bad sort. He is so certain of his leadership that he has left a horn on some masonry to the west of the entrance to the Southgard ruins, and he claims that he will allow anyone to challenge him for leadership of his band of brigands. Now, a few folk have tried this in the past and he has slain them all, but he has never answered the challenge from one such as you, has he? Let this be my farewell gift to this land. Together we can put an end to the brigand menace on the Greenway. Yeah, I was wondering why I was not finding the boss. So yeah, can't do unless you have the quest. And okay, yeah. Over here. What do we have? This band belongs to me and no other. All challengers would die. Defeated Malcolm Redclaw. Simple enough. You leave me alone. Thank you. Oh, for God's sake, you too. That's odd. Master Goodheart is missing.
Out with it!
No, what are you doing here? Melona the bounty hunter stares at you with dismay. You tell her that you and Master Goodheart have put an end to Malgun Redclaw, leader of the brigands that blockade the Greenway. She shakes her head in disbelief. Am I to be so plagued with ill fortune? How many bounties am I cursed to lose because of your interference? Master Goodheart? Do you mean Geralt Goodblossom, not at Ruffian? You tell Melona that Geralt is a very common name, possessed by many folk in the south, and it is surely a coincidence. She shakes her head. I have been hunting Geralt and Ailey and Goodblossom for several days now, but thanks to the injury I sustained in Sedgemead, I have been always a step behind. While I hunted them, they hunted targets of their own, the Redclaw brothers, 3 powerful brigands who together directed much of the villainy presented in these lands. Now that the 3 Redclaws are no more, the Goodblossoms are free to enact the next step of their plan. Seizing control. They do not wish to free these lands of brigand control. Husband and wife wish to consolidate it beneath their own leadership. You tell Melona that you have met both Aelian and Geralt and would be willing to help her track them down. No. No thank you, Beriathan. It's just that I think you might be bad luck. I have only had ill fortune ever since you stumbled upon me in Sedgemead, and I fear it may get worse. You understand. In fact, I'll reward you for staying away. How does that sound? Alright, I'm not about to look at a gift horse in the mouth, of course, especially a shield as good as this one, and I will make good on my promise and stay away from you. So that's the deal with these guys in here, the Goodhearts. You will remember we met Mrs. Goodheart outside Caervarath, and she had us defeat the first 2 Redclaw brothers, and we fell under the schemes of her husband as well, Mr. Goodheart. So yeah, in reality we were just eliminating the competition, which is of course not good, but that's the way it goes. Sometimes, right? You trust someone, you trust the task they are giving you is fair, you trust that they are honest with you, but sometimes that's not the case. Sometimes you get played, but that's what you get for trusting people. And don't get me wrong, I'm not saying don't trust people, don't help people, don't do quests in LOTRO. But you gotta keep your eyes open, because some people in game and out of the game would try to take advantage of you. So don't let them. Just don't let them. Now, what do we do? Okay. I think I have an idea. Not fully prepared for it, but I can think of something as I go along. But I think I can try to explore some of the places we haven't been to, complete some of the quests we missed. Not sure how many of them, but let's see how far I can get. Warmongers. Well, there's plenty of enemies in here, right? We need to defeat Blight Priests? Yeah. That was kind of brutal, but we did okay, I would say. Oh, for God's sake. Okay, feel a little bit more confident now. Pulling all these guys. You really... You can do it. But you of course need to know your skills and use them all, which is something I wasn't doing. Didn't do on the last episode. That cost me my first death. Thank God this is not a permadeath run. I have huge respect for the people who tried that kind of things. I wouldn't be able to, you know, I get reckless or I get distracted, and I have met my end in many different silly ways. Wouldn't be able to do a no death challenge run. And in order to do so, you need, as I was saying, you need to be very knowledgeable of your class, the skills you would be using, a little bit more careful than I usually am. The slightest mistake can prove fatal. And I also understand why some people find that engaging and fun. But that also doesn't align with my vision of fun for LOTRO. There are other games in which those kind of challenges are part of the experience, but for LOTRO I prefer a more chill experience. Just exploring Middle-earth and meeting all the different characters, the storylines that the devs have created for us. So the extra challenge is not something I'm usually looking for when I'm playing LOTRO. If that's what you play the game for, well, more power to you. Of course, I'm not trying to belittle anyone. It's just not my cup of tea. However, if you've been following the channel for the last few days, you would remember I did ask you, now that the landscape difficulty has made it to the live servers, if you would like me to give that a try. And I'm thinking of giving it a try when I get to King's Gondor. So yeah, you will see me trying my luck with a higher difficulty at some point. And let's see, I'm really curious to see how much of a difference will it make playing the higher difficulty with a better geared character, such as my Beriathan on Arkenstone. Because the only time I tried the legendary difficulty was on Shadowfax. I was just rushing my way through the game as fast as I could. to get all the rewards from the legendary servers. But that of course meant that I was undergeared on Shadowfax and I struggled a lot in many different occasions. So I'm really curious to see how much easier would it be trying to play on the tier 3 difficulty with a proper geared character. How much of a difference would that make? So I'm thinking at least Gondor Renewed, update 36, I would do with the landscape difficulty, and then I will decide if I want to continue doing that on the upcoming content. But we got completed Enmity of the Dead number 2. What do we have here? Tactics and Might bonus. It's not exactly the best trait. We have Enmity of the Dead 3. Alright, this one would be a good one. The sword damage bonus. That one is worth pursuing. We need to find 2 more warmongers, priests, blight callers, and there are a lot of them in here, but just gotta keep on running until we find them. So it seems I will not be as hard pressed for time as I initially thought. My plan is I'm gonna complete all the objectives in here. I'm not gonna go back to the convoy yet. I want to visit Gond Orchal. There are a couple of quests in there that I do remember enjoying a lot. And I think those 2 things would be enough to keep me occupied for the rest of this episode. I'm thinking, I have not decided yet if I would go back and look for the quests I missed on the other locations of Cardolan, or if I would leave that for later and move on with the other storylines in here. It's just that, God, finding all these blight callers and warmongers has, well, turned out to be more time consuming than I thought. That was close. That's a warmonger in there, but gotta be careful. Gotta wait a little bit to recover. There we go. Priest, light color. Okay. Maybe this guy in here. That's it for the blight colors. I just need 1 more warmonger. At least I remember the location of this guy in here. There we go. Now we just gotta get the Leaken to the south, and afterwards, as I was saying, I planned on going to Gond Orchal and exploring that area a little bit. It's just a couple of quests that you can find there, as far as I remember. It's really not that much, but I remember enjoying those quests, the atmosphere, and what little story they had. Once again, it's really not that much. but it was really fun. Can you please all of you die? And leave me alone? Okay, this is the exit that I was looking for. Or at least one exit. This is... Oh my god, I almost fell. This is not where Meneldir and Gerwyn had the camp. That's what I was looking for, actually. So yeah, not what I was looking for initially, but still got the job done. Getting outside the ruins. For God's sake. Yeah, thank you. Alright. Let's get going with this. Where else can we find some of this? Okay, here we go. Let's continue looking. Okay, this seems to be a better spot. I don't remember if there was anything else of note in here in this little circle. Doesn't seem to be the case. Now the gloom webs, as we saw, that's part of the old forest, and the old forest, sure enough, has its own set of quests there. Oh, what do we have here? Oh, interesting.
What troubles you?
Something has stirred to madness the spirits of Tirngorthat, and it is not safe for travelers to come this way. No, do not misunderstand me. These hills have not been truly safe for hundreds and hundreds of years, but I deem you are an adventurer and can handle yourself. Still, these are spirits fell and terrible. Sometimes they move through the grass and rustle the branches of the bare trees, and then you know they are there. Other times they house themselves in the body of a corpse and become the animate dead. Whichever form they take, they are dangerous and must be ended by those of us brave enough or foolish enough to take the chance. If you're either of these two, I wish you luck. Alright, wights and spirits. Okay, okay. I can do that. Gives me the chance to finish exploring this. Seeing if there is maybe anything else in here that might be interesting. That might be worth it. And here is the last one of the spirits. Okay. Gotta look for the wights. Shame we didn't find this quest earlier. Would have been really, well, more convenient. we need to find a lot of wights, and I don't want to go back to the ruins. There will be plenty of wights there, of course. I would like to fight them out in the open, if I can help it. That doesn't seem to be the case. Penthul again. Okay, well, I can fight you again. Why not? Go. Well, that helped. One in here. Maybe we're lucky with this. Just maybe. Jesus. Okay. Come on. Another white. Give me another white. Nothing here. Shame. Lots of spirits, but where are the wights? Oh, for God's sake. Wizard Grip. Does that count as... Doesn't seem to be, but let me check. Nope, didn't count. What a shame. Well, at least there is one in here. The last one, awesome. Talk to the ranger, we're gonna do this really quick so that we can still go to Gond Orchal today. I'm starting to doubt it, but maybe if we hurry, we might be able to pull that off. Just maybe, you know. My god, I don't have backspace. I don't like that. I think I need to get rid of the food to free up some backspace.
Will you aid us?
Please allow me to apologize, stranger. I called you foolish, for sometimes there are fools who come this way, but I see now that you belong not to that number. It is courage you possess, and not madness. What is your name? Beriathan? Then know that I am called Faradan of the Dunedain, and Tir Gorthad is under my and my kinswoman Gerwyn's watchful protection. Alright, kinda teasing Gerwyn if you come from the south, but... Oh, Gerwyn and I were charged with keeping the watch on Dol Ernil further to the north, and she is surely still there. I came south to bring word that some new evil seems to be at work within the fortress. Someone, or something, is opening the tombs. I have seen 2 such terrible white lords walking beneath the moon, figures that should have remained buried away forever. I know the names of those I saw. Bragreg is one, Quickbone, and the other is named Diathos, Shadowfear. They are somewhere within Dol Ernil, I know not where. If you encounter them and are able to return them to the slumber of death, you will have my deepest thanks and the appreciation of any who live near. Few are they, for this is a land of Barrows, but think of this. The dead have no need for sleep and do not tire. If Bragreg or Diathos desire to reach a settlement of peaceful folk, what town could possibly be beyond their reach? Good fortune to you if you do find yourself in Dol Ernil, Beriathan. Beware of the white lords I have named. Okay, no, it seems... with this new turn of events, Gond Orchal is definitely out of the question if we need to go back to Dol Ernil and look for those 2 white lords that I don't remember ever fighting. Might take me a while to find them. That's the thing, as far as I remember, when I first did this with my hunter, that quest, or well, this little quest chain that we have just begun, I didn't find it. Had no idea there were a couple things more to be done in here. But yeah, we will not make it to the other location today. But on the bright side, that it gives me the chance to further think about this if I really wanna go back to areas I have technically already been in. Oh, please don't fall. And look for the quests I missed, or if I just move forward. I need to think about that. I need to double check which quests I'm missing. I'm thinking maybe I might be able to fit all those quests in one episode if I am fast enough, but I wouldn't be so sure. Need to wait and see. Awesome. Light color over here. I don't remember ever seeing any of those 2 guys walking around Dol Ernil. Yeah, no way we could avoid these guys. Alright, simpler than I thought. So, according to the journal, the first one of these guys should be somewhere around here. God knows where. Bragreg, alright. There he is. Yeah, I'm 100% sure I didn't do this quest before. Lithos. Alright, that was faster than I thought. Good Lithos. Awesome. Gotta go back. Christ. Leave me alone. See if we can pass through here. Just gotta fight our way back once again. If that quest would have been just a tad easier to find, we might not be in this predicament. But oh well. Okay, now. This might take a while. How far are we now? Not yet. Oh, come on. Alright, almost there. Almost there. Let's see if we can avoid a couple more of these guys. Here.
Our resolve must not falter.
Beriathan and Lithos are no more? I can hardly believe it, Beriathan. Such was their evil that I would have thought them impossible to best, and yet you have done so. They were fearsome foes from out of legend, and now they are ended. Perhaps you are yourself to be a figure of legend, my friend. I will await the word of your further deeds, and perhaps in a day to come, I will sit by a warm fire and say, I knew him in earlier days, when the legend was young. Ah, perhaps, my friend. I cannot believe you faced the White Lords and survived. What a wonder. Thank you for your support, for your faith. Truly. Awesome. What do we have here? So many things that we have. Level 28. But not only that, we got completed Tales of Cardolan and Quests of Cardolan. plus a new title, Defender of Cardolan, some extra virtue XP. Let me see. No, it's not here. Tales of Cardolan final, 5 LOTRO points and some reputation. Quests of Cardolan, Defender of Cardolan, 2000 virtue XP. Seems that was it. But we also have the new deed. Deeds of Cardolan, Steed of Cardolan's Dawn. That sounds interesting. Something that I might want to get just to check it. You have had done much to aid the peoples of Cardolan. That I have. That's awesome. We got 10 LOTRO points. Now, I'm not sure what to do. As I was saying, I really wanna check Gond Orchal before we go back to the convoy. I even think I didn't. Yeah, I still have my milestone at the map. Should have gotten the milestone at the convoy, but well, anyway. So I'm thinking we definitely don't have enough time today to do the quests there that we can find on those other Barrows, but at least we can make our way there and get ready for the next one. And in the meantime, I got some cool rewards. So this ring, and this, which is a piece of the Elven set. Gonna take it. We're missing basically the chest piece and the gloves, I think. Yeah, hopefully we'll find out in some of the many quests we have missed. As I was saying, I need to double check if I want to do them all, but I can take the time to explore at least a little bit more before going back to business. Let's see if we can ride. Yeah, that looks better than the shadows of the Barrows. But yeah, let's investigate those other Barrows as well. You never know what you're gonna find there. Especially now that the Great Fear is on the loose. Not far now, not far. Just stick to the road. There yet? Okay. Now we can take this fork, let's say, to the north. And that's it. Here you have a Gond Orchal, which is the next location we need to scout. As I was saying, there are a few quests in here. Okay, and we can do those quests.
Oh, hello. I wonder if you could help me.
But this one that you've seen here is not the only one. There are a few more. I remember at least 2 or 3 more quests in here. And as I was saying, I don't think we have enough time today for doing them all. So we are still making good progress. Maybe not as much as I would have liked initially, but we are eventually getting to the end. However, this will be all for today's episode of Citadel Guard Adventures. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed, and I hope to see you on the next one. Until then, my friends, stay safe, take care, good luck to you all, and I will see you later.